today promises to be something else. So you want to stay tuned. I have in studio from the Life Healthcare Clinic, pretty ladies, Dr. Sam and Dr. Juan. I hope you guys are good. Anyway, you're already looking good, so it's not like... Well, so from last week, we had some things that we didn't tackle. IBS, I remember.
Yes,
I totally remember IBS, right?
right.
And also the last case, the very last one.
Some phlegms.
The phlegms, that's two. So these are outstanding things that we're going to be dealing with today. But let's say a big thank you to the Bank Hospital for supporting the morning show. Bank Hospital is at Cantonment near Nafti. You want to go there, you want to call them. They're also on socials, so you can just take the number, call them, and go and get your health checked out. Okay, so what should we start off with? IBS, right? IBS, great.
Yes. Okay, so I think the last time I gave the full meaning, irritable bowel syndrome.
Okay.
And it's a functional gastrointestinal disorder that is characterized by a number of symptoms. So like bloating, abdominal pain, diarrhea, the person can also have feeling of throwing up, nausea. Okay, so it has a number of symptoms that the patient exhibits when the patient is triggered. There are triggers. It is not a disease like inflammatory bowel disease. Inflammatory bowel disease is actually a disease, but IBS is just like a syndrome, a list of symptoms that someone experiences when they are triggered. Okay. Examples of the triggers can be stress, anxiety, certain foods like dairy foods, beans, okra, because of some chemicals that are added, like the kiln. I think the medical term is saltpeter.
Yeah.
Yes. So some of these food substances sort of triggers the symptoms to manifest. Okay, so if you are someone with that condition, it doesn't have a cure, or there is no cure. It's as a matter of you having your gastrointestinal tract being very sensitive, overly sensitive. That is why you are experiencing some of these symptoms. So you just need to know your triggers, avoid your triggers, and then you'll be fine. But then if you are exhibiting those symptoms, you can go to the nearest clinic and see your doctor for management of the symptoms that you may be experiencing. So if it's abdominal pain, we can give certain medications that will sort of regulate the pain. If it is diarrhea, we have certain medications to give you.
I see.
So as and when.
Great. So we're going to talk about the phlegms, but I have a message all the way from Nigeria. I want to real quick. You're international now, I feel me. So this says, kindly explain which of these is advisable and the best time of the day should one take it: warm water therapy or temperature room water therapy. Right? That's one. And then secondly, why must one adhere to it? And this is from Gospel Njoku, Nigeria. So, Dr. John?
Okay. So actually, there's been a lot of research on that, because people tend to ask, is it that cold water is bad or warm water is good? And from findings, it's not one is not superior over the other.
Okay.
Yes, it depends on what you are taking it for at a particular point in time. And so sometimes people may have sore throats,
right,
or tonsillitis, inflammation of the tonsils, and so we'll tell you to do a warm water gargle.
Okay.
You understand? Or you're having, or sometimes it can be burns, and then we'll tell you to use room temperature water. And so it's not that one is very superior over the other, but depending on the circumstance, we can tell you to do one over the other. In terms of taking it in, early in the morning, I've heard people tend to do warm water with lime water. Yes. Well, it's okay, but doing it early on an empty stomach is not too advisable, because you
citric, right?
Exactly. You fasted for a long time. throughout the night, and then you are waking up, the HCl, that's the acid, has been produced by the stomach. And so you definitely want something to calm your acid down before you take something else. So I'd say that you can take the room temperature water early in the morning, and that's good. And you take something, you can take your breakfast, and then if in the night you want some light tea, warm water tea, that's okay.
I see.
That's okay.
So the lime in the water now aggravates probably your tummy,
Yes.
right?
And for people that may have a peptic ulcer, it would be a trigger because now it's also acid, that's the citric acid, and then you're adding it to the acid that's already been produced in your stomach, that's the HCl. Ordinarily, it would not have been an issue, but for those that have a breach in their stomach layer, it would be as though you are pouring acid on a wound. And so that's what causes that pain. And then if you are doing it for someone that may not have that issue, if you are doing it consistently over a number of times, and then you would definitely prone yourself to breaching that layer, because there's the mucous layer that serves as a protective layer for the stomach. And so anything that you keep taking, it can be common NSAIDs, diclofenac. People will tend to always go for it with the slightest pain.
Buy me that glue, buy me that.
Exactly, for our menstrual cramps and everything. But if you are consuming it too much, it tends to destroy that mucosal layer. And then now all these things can just cause a breach, and then you have the ulcer.
But for people who take it for weight loss
Yes.
purposes, now some people, I mean, probably didn't really like water, but because they want to lose weight,
Yeah.
that's where the therapy comes in.
Yes.
So some want to take it with lime, like you say, and some want to try it with honey or something like that. What would be your preferred?
So it's good. I mean, it's not bad, but then it's just advised not to take it on an empty stomach. Yes, it's good therapy, but just make sure you've taken something that's your body's already used to before you take in the acidic water.
Okay, so but why then is it that good? I mean, everybody seems to know. Okay, water is good for the body, but some people might not fully, know why we have to take water, even that in the morning. Dr. Sam?
Yeah, so I would say that, I mean, water is life, water is good, but then the things that we add when we are taking it, like Dr. Abibio explained. So if you are doing lime, make sure you don't do it on an empty stomach. And if you are someone with a risk of peptic ulcer disease or acid reflux, it's advised that you don't do it on an empty stomach, or you don't even do it at all. Maybe instead of the lime, you do honey instead.
Okay.
So it depends on the individual and then the situation at hand.
I see.
Yes.
And then
yeah, you wanted to.
yeah, water is, I mean, is one of the things that tends to flush out toxins in our body.
Right.
Okay, and so you always want to be adequately hydrated. We advise that at least 2 to 3 liters in a day is good. For someone that doesn't like water at all, you can do 2 liters. That's like 4 sachet water the whole day, or 4 of the Voltic bottle the entire day. And once you're hydrated, you realize that you're sweating properly, you're urinating properly, and then you're maintaining the normal balance in the body.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Great. So my lady Njoku, this is it. It's okay, you can take the water, but I mean, let's be careful what we add to it, right? Somebody's calling from Asylum Down. Ernest, good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you're good.
Yes, please. What about you?
I'm fantastic. The doctors are listening. Let's hear you.
Okay, I want to ask the doctor that, is it true that you can have high blood pressure and not feel any symptom?
Okay. Right. But do you have anybody around you who has that, or you have any suspect? You've been to the hospital, you've been told you have it?
Yeah, I've been to the hospital and I've been told, but I have not seen any symptom or changes within me.
Okay. May I ask how old you are, please?
Pardon?
May I ask how old you are, please?
I'm in my late 40s.
Oh, great.
Was he asked to do any tests?
But were you asked to do any tests at all?
Not really.
Okay. All right. So, Who's going?
Should I start?
All right. Okay. Dr. Sam.
Okay, so I would say that we popularly say that hypertension is a silent killer. That's the first thing we need to know.
Okay.
So when we say it is a silent killer, it means that it is not like your typical malaria that you start being feverish, you experience headache, abdominal pain, and then you quickly rush to the hospital when it starts. For hypertension, it's usually very silent. So you don't usually experience the symptoms at the early stages. So the symptoms are usually hidden. It is only when it gets to the emergency or urgency ranges that you start to exhibit the signs and then the symptoms like severe headaches, dizziness. Sometimes some people can have blurry vision, abdominal pain. Some people can feel nauseous. It can cause vomiting, or you not to like difficulty breathing or chest pain, or your heart's beating more than usual, like palpitations. So these are the symptoms that you experience when it's already in high ranges, so it has already started causing certain issues with some of your organs. So that is why we say that is why he is not experiencing those symptoms now. But then I advise him to quickly go to the hospital, get his BPs checked, probably do a BP profile, that is recording his BPs every morning and every evening, and then tracking it for say a week or two. You can present it to the hospital, a nearby facility. It will be reviewed, and if it is necessary for you to do certain investigations, that's lab tests, or to put you on certain medications, you will be put on the medication.
I see. He said he had been there. He had been diagnosed of it. Okay, we have somebody on the line. Auntie Connie. Oh no, I think the line dropped. Forgive me. Auntie Connie, please try again. Please try again. We want to hear you. So he is above
Already,
40.
yeah.
He's been diagnosed already,
Yeah.
but he doesn't seem to find any symptom
yeah.
in his body.
Very interestingly, just this week, I've had two similar cases where they are struggling to accept the fact that they've been diagnosed of hypertension. And because of that, they don't want to take the medications that they've been put on because I'm not feeling anything, I'm okay. And then I just came to the hospital and they're telling me that I have hypertension.
So you're lying.
Yes. And so they don't believe it. But then, just as Dr. Sam said, hypertension starts off very silently. And before we diagnose you of hypertension, we tend to let you do the profile for at least a week.
Okay. We have somebody, Nana, right? Calling from Kaswa.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes. We can hear you, please.
Okay. I noticed you talking about drinking water first thing in the morning.
Yes.
I just want to ask, is it too much to drink about 2 sachets of water before breakfast in the morning?
Okay, is it too much to drink that much?
Yes.
Okay, before breakfast, right?
Yes.
Right. Dr. Sam, so that you don't lose your thoughts.
Okay, so I would say that it is actually okay if you are comfortable with it, because the goal or the end purpose of the day is for you to do the 2 to 3 liters per day. As and when you want to do them, it depends on you. Just
so
that
it's
you don't have to
You don't have to clump it all together.
exactly. You can space it out during the day so that
see.
you don't get overly, like you don't get so uncomfortable.
Right.
Yes. So if doing 2 is okay for you, it's actually okay. Like you feel normal. You don't feel so uncomfortable. You can actually do it.
Okay, take the
Yes.
1 liter.
Exactly.
I see. Well, so you can drink 2. It's okay.
It's 2 to 3.
Yeah.
So 2 sachets will make 1 liter.
1 liter.
Okay.
And you
That
need
means you're
about
doing 1 liter in the morning, 1 liter in the afternoon, 1 liter in the evening. That's
I
perfect.
see. I see.
That's actually
Well,
very
yeah.
good.
Okay. I'm learning
Yes.
from you, so I have to drink.
Yes. So addressing the hypertension problem. So before we diagnose you of having hypertension, we would have done the profile for a number of time.
Okay.
Would have done it at least a week. And then if the BPs, you are getting the systolic, that's the first one, the higher one, over 140. And then we are
diastolic.
getting the diastolic, which is the lower one,
Go me.
over 90. You're good.
I'm learning.
Yes,
Yeah.
over 90 for at least 2 occasions, it means that you are hypertensive, sorry. And I was telling one client that actually when you look at the criteria outside, once it starts, we want to put you on the antihypertensive medication because that's what would protect the heart. We call it cardiac remodeling. So you don't want, when the pressure is high, the heart has to bulk up as though it's doing exercises. Yes, exactly. And so when it happens like that, it loses its flexibility. And so you would have reduced space for the blood to come in and then pump out. And that's what will lead to all the other complications of hypertension. And so we start the medications to prevent the cardiac remodeling. As that for the average Ghanaian, my mother was put on antihypertensives for life. And so if I'm starting now, it means I'm going to be on it forever. And then they don't want to take it at all. I'll wait till I'm 50. But the thing is, by the time you wait till that time, exactly. So why wait till you are 50 when you've been diagnosed at 40? So just take it. Make sure that you are doing all the other things to manage your hypertension aside the medication, the exercising, the eating well, avoiding salt, because salt is a major contributing factor, and hydration, as we are talking about, and just take the medication. By God's grace, you'll be fine.
Amen to that. So, but that means that they take the medication for life.
Yes. Yes.
Does it ever get better for you to stop?
So there's been some situations where people have taken it for a long time and then now they are coming in with very low BPs. When it happens like that, so maybe the person may be on 3 medications because initially he or she was having very high BP level. And so what we start doing is we start tapering the medications off. So probably we'll reduce it to 2 or 1. Sometimes it can actually go off, like we can take everything off, but it's not too common. It's not too common because people don't adhere to the medications. So they'll come in today, I'm at 180, tomorrow I'm at 140.
Well, I saw a dieting question. I thought that was really interesting. It says that, please, I've been seeing on social media water, okra and water, water made out of okra and drank for skin lightening purposes. Is this good?
Skin lightening. Wow, interesting.
Yes. There's a caller? Okay, great. So good morning, Mr. Richmond? Rosemont. Oh, no. Okay, Rosemont, please call back. Yeah, so okra and water put together, over some time. I think I've seen that. I've also seen it. The only thing is that I just can't bring myself to drink water, just not cooked. But I've seen it a great number of times.
Raw
okra, put water in it, and then you keep it there for some time. As for women, we drink anything to look anyhow. Yes. So who do we go with? Dr. Sam?
Okay, so I would say that I haven't come across any research paper that talks about putting raw okra in water and then taking it for...
Okay, so we have Rahina too from Amamole. Good morning, Rahi.
Good morning.
Please, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. How about you?
I'm fantastic. Let's hear you.
All right. So I want to ask the lady doctor, what's the difference between normal aging and any kind of accident?
Okay, I like it, but except we didn't hear everything. So can you come back again a little slower?
So my question is, what's the difference between normal aging and any kind of arthritis?
Normal aging.
Yes.
Pain and then arthritis.
Yes.
That's a really great one, right? Yeah. So okay, Dr. Sam, so you don't lose thought on the other one.
So should I answer?
Yes.
This? Okay. So for normal aging processes, we know that as one ages, the bone will also age. Okay. And then there are usually for our joints, there are usually cartilages that support the bone.
Okay.
It's usually between the two bones that are coming together. And then because you've used it for a number of time, you have what we call wear and tear process that occurs. And so you realize that the cartilage will start wearing off. And now the two bones will come together. And
friction.
exactly, because of the friction, you tend to have pain. That's what we commonly call osteoarthritis. And it's commonly associated with old age. But then there are other forms of arthritis, and arthritis is just pain in the bone, okay, or pain in the joints. There are other forms of arthritis. If a young person is getting arthritis, we are thinking of so many other things. Is it the antibodies that's fighting against it? Is it antibodies that are being produced and being deposited at the joint capsule? Those are different. So we can have rheumatoid arthritis. We can have other spondyloarthritis. It can be genetic. It can be in the family history. Yes. So those are different. But then when we are coming to old age, when we are talking about the old age factors, it's mainly as a result of the osteoarthritis. With that, you realize that as you're doing something, or you're working or walking for a long time, by the time you're resting, that's when you're having the pain. It's different from early morning symptoms. If you're having the early morning symptoms, once I wake up, I'm feeling stiffness, I'm feeling pain, especially in my small joints. If the pain is in my small joints, say in my hands or my toes, it will make us think of something different. But then again, let me just add this. Some old people can also be predisposed to the other forms of arthritis, although commonly the osteoarthritis is what is mostly associated with the old age.
Okay, so we have Stella, right, from Kanda. Josephine from Kanda. Yeah. Good morning, Josephine.
Good morning.
Yeah, I hope you're well. Talk to the doctors.
Okay. Please, my question is, I have an ankle problem. It has been a long time. It's this thing, when I was a kid, yes. So now I'm 28 years and this ankle pain is still there.
I see.
Yes.
From what
Yes.
age exactly?
Please, you say?
From what age, if you can remember?
I can't really remember, but I was small. I was a little girl.
Was it an accident? Did you fall? Did you trip?
No.
Were you wearing your
No.
mother's high heels?
No.
Okay,
Has
I
she done
see.
any X-ray?
But have you done any x-rays? Have you gone to the hospital?
Yes. I went to the hospital and the doctor said they can't find anything. But I do have the pain on the ankle when I walk for a long time. But not too, even within a short distance, I do have that pain.
Okay, but another thing, are you weighty? Are you plump a little bit?
Not that much.
No,
What's your weight? Nobody would ask.
not that much. It's okay. It's okay.
Does she know her weight, actually?
But do you know your weight? Yeah, can you tell us your weight?
Okay, the last time I went to a clinic to check, I was around 60 there.
60.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it just one?
Yes, one side. Okay. So here we are. She's not that weighty, okay?
Yeah,
so she's
not.
still slim
She's not
and nice. So what could be the cause of that pain in the ankle?
So, the ankle joints have ligaments.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, and there's also some amount of cartilage in the joints. And so I'm wondering if she did an X-ray and then it showed that there was no fracture in the bone.
Okay.
And so that was okay. But then when we are thinking of something to do with the ligament, we'd want to do an MRI. That's a little higher and it's more expensive. Yes.
MRI?
Yes. So
I
that
thought
would
it's only for...
Oh no, you can do MRI.
Really? Interesting.
Yes.
I see. So they do that for your
the ankle, yes, for the
Okay.
whole foot, and then we'll be able to assess whether there's a ligamental tear that has been causing, because it looks like it's been for some time.
Very long time.
Yes. So I would advise that she comes in, and then she actually makes the request to her GP, and then it would be done for her. If Dr.
see.
Sam wants to add something. That's it.
Okay, so we have a video of the okra thingy.
Okay.
that I was
Great.
talking about. Just so you know that, I mean, we'll do anything for anything. So that's it. Okra water. So they chop okra, okay, very small. Really, really small. You put it in a glass. Add water, regular water to it, and keep it in the fridge. And then after some time, you can drink it. I know people at home are wondering, like, ew, what's that? But I've seen it. I've seen it a good number of times. I just haven't had the courage to do it, right? Because I'm thinking, how's that going to ever go in the taste? So, Doc, there it is.
So, as I started saying earlier, I haven't come across any research paper or I haven't seen any scientific evidence yet. But one thing is that okra contains certain nutrients that is generally good for general skin care.
Oh,
So probably that is why the people who take it.
I see.
Yes.
I see. So, okay. So if you're a certain tribe, then you can't have a nice skin because you know it's okra. I see. Wow. Well. Today, I think the time really it's gone, right? Anyway, but for all those who called in, thank you for doing so, and those who sent messages. Fantastic, great. For our Nigerian brothers and sisters, it gets us a B. Thank you. Well, but we're on again next week, just asking the doctors the things that are bothering us. And then, I mean, I know that it's been very fruitful, doctors giving us advice and all of that. Let's make it a habit to keep ourselves in check. If you have any problem, get to a hospital and get it checked out and ask the right questions. Doctors are there. That's why they are there. Don't worry. That's why they went to school. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Sam and Dr. Joanna from the Life Healthcare Clinic. And also thank you to the Bank Hospital for supporting the morning show. Up next, just after this, right, we're going to be talking about health and fitness.